So your simple mantra for the whole class today is just breathe in, breathe out, and really wait until your whole inhale is complete before you say breathe out. And then your body will guide that mantra. Whatever the cadence of your breath is, that's how you will say the mantra. And if you notice during class that you're getting distracted at all, just bring yourself back to that mantra. Breathe in, breathe out. This is a great one for life. Anytime you're feeling stressed out, just simply say those words. And then slowly, if you're in child's pose, come to hands and knees. Or if you're lying down, you can just roll to your side and push yourself up to hands and knees. And we'll start with some cat-cow. Just moving your belly down, lifting your face, opening your shoulders wide, and then exhaling, rounding and tucking. And just moving back and forth that way. Inhaling, lifting. Lift your face, open your collarbones, even widen your sits bones a bit, and then exhale round. Tuck your chin, tuck your pelvis. Again, just like the mantra, you're moving with your breath. Your breath leads the way. This is your anchor for your class and also for your day-to-day life. One more pass at cat-cow. And then come to neutral spine. Just a nice tabletop position. And then stretch your right leg back, toes tuck under, and press the ball of your foot into the floor. Stretch your heel back. Breathe in, breathe out. And then switch sides. Left leg back, toes tuck, press, breathe in fully, and breathe out. And then back to hands and knees. Right leg back again, tuck your toes, press your heel, and then cross your right leg behind you to the left side of your mat. Look back to the left side of your mat and let your side stretch. Your whole side from your hip all the way up to your rib cage or wherever you feel a sensation. Breathe in, breathe out, and then come back to hands and knees. On hands and knees, make sure to press the weight of your arms into your fingers. So push forward so your wrists aren't taking all the weight of your arms. So first left leg back and then cross it to the right and look back to the right. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel that side stretch from your hip all the way to your ribs and then back to hands and knees. And then start to bump your hips right and left, just getting into the sides of your buttocks. And then start to make some big circles, round and round. Let your wrists stretch out so you can feel and see. If you look at your wrists, your arm bones are rolling around in the wrist joint. Allow that to happen and stretch it out. Reverse the direction of your circle. Continue your breath in and out. This helps you to tune into your own natural breath. And then back to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Hands go forward about one hand width. Press the weight into your fingertips. Tuck both toes under. Lift up. Maybe explore a little bit. Firm your arms toward each other. And then explore through the back of your legs, pedaling your heels up and down. Checking in with your neck, making sure you're not stressed there. Let your head feel heavy, neck release. Maybe even shake your head yes and no. Keep your arms firm toward each other. Fingertips press forward. And now bend both legs down about halfway to the floor and look up past your hands. Take a big inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Press your heels. Stretch your neck longer. One more time, bend your legs, look up past your hands, and now we'll come to a forward bend. So you can walk forward, walk your hands back, however you'd like to get there. Once you're in forward fold, Uttanasana, just look down at your feet. Let's bring our feet about hip width apart. And then if you'd like, you could grasp opposite elbows. Let your head stay heavy, stretching your neck. And then lean left and right, getting into your side body again. Release your hands, bring your hands up to your hips, press down through your bent legs to stand up slowly, rising up. Head is last, stretch your arms up, extended mountain pose, Tadasana, and then hands to heart center. Shoulders drop away from your ears and hands to sides. Take your feet a little bit wider now, about shoulder width. Bend your knees. And we're going to start to twist through the middle of the torso and let your arms flop. Breathing in and breathing out slowly, fully tuning into your space right now. Couple more. Imagine your arms are making a protective circle all around you. Like it's your own private bubble, your happy bubble. Nobody can burst it. And then from that good energy that's all around you, now scoop it up, take a big breath in, and we're going to bring our hands down to our lower abdomen as if you're reaching for all that good energy. Bring it to your lower abdomen, your lower dantian, where your energy center is. Take a breath in, breath out, and then release your hand. Good job, warming up. Okay, come to the front of your mat, and I'm going to move a little bit. We'll just flow very gently. Move some of this stuff off of here. If you have anything on your mat, you can move that. And then just stand in mountain pose, letting your shoulders relax away from your ears, opening your collarbones. Tadasana, good posture. Low belly in, stand up tall. Soften your knees just a bit to help press down through your legs more. And then just as much as you're pressing down, stretch your arms up overhead. Palms come together, look up at your thumbs, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly forward fold. And then rolling down slowly. Halfway lift up, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands come to the shins or the floor. Just look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. One more time. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. And now exhale and step your right leg back to a deep lunge. Hands come to either side of the front foot. And you can be up on your fingertips or flat, or if you have blocks or something, you could be on blocks. Just hold your lunge for a moment. And I want you to really feel your strength here. So from your feet, up your legs into your hips, it's like you're pulling energy up from the earth. Super strong, so strong that maybe you don't need your arms. Maybe come to your fingertips, maybe let go of the floor a little bit and see if you can hold yourself. Yes, and now slowly bring your back knee down. Hands come back down if you're balancing. Find a nice spot on your knee to settle in. You can tuck your back toes under or keep them flat. Just keep your legs strong as you rise up, Anjaneyasana. Squeezing everything to the middle of your body, left and right sides together, and then pushing down through your legs just as much as you're reaching up from your waistline all the way up to the top of your head. Maybe look up toward the ceiling. Find your breath, breathe in, and then when you breathe out, hands come down to the front. Lift your back knee. We're going to step forward. Use your abdominal strength. Half lift. Fill your lungs. Exhale, left leg back. Deep lunge. Same thing. Super strong legs. Pull up through your middle. Maybe see if you can balance with no hands. This is how strong your legs should be in every pose. Really rooting down. And then hands can come back to the floor if they're lifted. Lower your back knee. Find a good spot for your knee. Lift up. Hug to the middle of your mat and reach up and root down. Feel that freedom you have in your upper body from the strength of your low body. Breathe in, breathe out, hands come down, lift your back knee, use your abdominal strength to step forward. Halfway lift up, inhale. Now both legs will go plank pose, top of the push-up. Firm your arms toward each other. You can always come to your knees right away or hold. No stress in the neck. Check with your head reaching side to side a little bit. And then slowly lower down knees. Or you can slowly come down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Once you get to your front, roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart space. Point your toes and let the tops of your feet push into the floor so much that your knees lift up. Slowly lower down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. Very gentle back bend, keeping your shoulders wide. Exhale, fold. And now with your elbows in tight, push yourself back up, hands and knees, and then down dog. Check your neck, shoulders away from your ears. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift your right leg up pretty high. High as you can go. Bend your top leg and open your knee out to the back of your body. Look out underneath your left armpit. Breathe in, breathe out, and then slowly lower and switch sides. You can always rest in between the sides if you need to. Otherwise, lift your left leg up. Forearms hug toward each other. Bend your knee. Reach your foot back behind you. And look out underneath your right armpit. Keep your arms nice and strong and steady. Breathe in, breathe out, lower. Soften your knees, walk your hands back toward your feet, coming back to forward bend, Uttanasana. In this forward fold, bend your left leg, keep your right leg straight, and reach your right hand up to your right hip. Roll your right shoulder back and twist, turning toward your right leg. Breathe in, breathe out, and then release. Switch sides. Bend your left leg. Right leg or left leg stay straight. Left hand to hip and twist. Take a breath. Breathe in, breathe out, and then release. Back to Uttanasana, forward fold. Very slowly, hands come up to the hips. Keep your knees bent as you press down to rise up. Extended mountain pose again. Inhale up. Look up at your thumbs. Hands to heart center. Hands to sides. Take your arms up again. This time interlace your fingers. Press your palms up toward the ceiling to stretch out your whole arms. Lean over to the left side. And back straight up. Inhale. And exhale to the other side. Straight back up. Inhale. Exhale, arms come down by your sides. Interlace them behind you now and bend your arms. We'll start to open up the chest space. With the arms bent and your fists at the small of your back, it's easier to get some leverage to push the chest forward. So you'll press into the small of your back. Inhale, chest forward. Keep it forward as you roll your shoulders around and down. With the breath, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, shoulders around and down. One more. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, shoulders around and down. And now, if it feels okay to you, start to straighten your arms behind you. Straight down, knuckles facing down toward the floor. And once you're in this position, you can start to stretch your neck looking down. And then forward. Turtle your chin in just a little bit and then look up. And then forward. And then to the right. Forward, left, forward, and then lean your right ear toward your right shoulder. Forward again, and then left ear toward left shoulder. And then forward again. Release your hand, shake it out a bit. Good job. And we hold so much tension in our necks and our shoulders that it's really good to try to stretch those out. Okay, so we'll stand, we'll do a standing, one-legged standing balance. So if you want to hold on to a wall or anything, you can. Otherwise, we're going to try to balance on one leg. And the trick is, again, to hug to the midline, thinking about your left and right sides of the body, squeezing toward each other, plus rooting your legs down, but lifting up out of that feeling of steadiness, like we practiced. We'll do warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. It's like a airplane pose, if you want to call it that. So another trick I like to do is to think about, let's start on the left leg. Left leg hugs up into the hip socket. So you're going to pull the leg up into the hip, but then so you keep that in there, but you're also pushing down. And keep your standing leg just a little bit bent. It can help you to activate your muscles more. So first, just take a breath. Align yourself, get your leg ready. Hips will stay straight toward the front of your mat, and you'll just lift your back leg up. Your arms can be out to the side for balance, or you can hold something, or you can bring your arms forward, or to your hips, or to prayer. You decide once we get there. And then once your leg is lifted, maybe you start to lean forward a bit. Keep hugging the left and right sides of your body to the middle, and keep pressing the crown of your head up. Your whole upper body is lengthening. Your lower body is pressing down and keeping that integrity of the leg bone in the hip socket. And then just go for it. See how you're feeling. Maybe you want to move your arms around a little bit to help you get a little bit of wavering, which will just make you stronger. And then release when you're ready. Shake it out a bit if you need to. Take a breath. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, other side. So again, draw the leg bone up into the hip socket and then press back down. Tone your abdominals too, that really helps. And then go for it. Start to lift your back leg, leaning forward. With the stability that you have in the low body, now the upper body can play and have fun. This is what I think about when we're trying to find the good in something. What is the meaning of life? I don't know, but at least have some fun while we're here, right? So do everything you can to get yourself set up to be able to have some fun. Steady yourself. And then come down when you're ready. Big breath in, arms up. Bend your knees and lean back a little bit as a little standing back bend. And then forward fold slowly, rolling down very carefully. Forward fold. Halfway to lift up, breathe in. This time look straight down and stretch your neck longer, shoulders away from your ears. Fold forward again, one more time. Half lift up, shoulders back, crown of the head reaches away from your body. Forward fold, right leg back, deep lunge. Same thing, super strong legs. Maybe you check yourself, make sure you're really strong there. And then lower your back knee down. We're going to go a little deeper in the hip now. So we'll take hands to the inside of the front leg. You can walk your left foot to the left side of your mat a little bit to give you some more space. Your back toes, I like to keep mine tucked under. It just takes some of the weight out of my knee. But if you want, you can have it flat. Just really push down to help the knee lift away from the mat a bit. And then we just hang out here. Breathe in, breathe out. If you would like to go a little deeper, you might try to go down onto your elbows. If that doesn't work, just come back up. You can also move your left foot to the left more to make some space. Feel the strength in your legs. Even squeeze your legs toward each other a bit as they're stretching. Your left heel drags back. Your right knee can drag forward a bit to keep integrity. Breathe out, let your jaw release, no stress. And then we're going to come out of this. So if you're down on your elbows, come up. And then you'll start to walk your front knee over to the side. Lift your back knee up and step forward. Half lift, Uttanasana. Stretch your neck. Breathe in and then exhale, left leg back. Breathe out. So a nice, strong lunge position. Once you get there, lower your back knee. Hands come onto the inside of the front leg. Walk your right foot to the outside of the right side of your mat. And then just find the good position for you. Maybe you want to go down farther. Maybe you stay right here, but keep the strength of the pose. Squeezing your legs toward each other as they stretch. One side might be different than the other. Maybe you can come down onto your elbows on this one. Maybe you can't. If you have a cushion or a block, you could also put yourself on the block. I'm just going to stay upright. Looks good, everybody. Keep strong. Keep the upper body long, stretching forward. Keep your jaw relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. No wasted energy. And then slowly release. Come up if you're down on your elbows. And then start to walk your foot in. Lift your back knee, step forward. Halfway lift up, inhale. Exhale back to plank pose. Just make your way there slowly, on knees or not, however you like. And then slowly come back down. Yeah. Point your toes, press the tops of your feet into the mat so much that your knees lift up. So just feel that. And then come up onto your elbows for Sphinx pose. So you're pressing down through the tops of your feet to lift your knees. If this pinches at all, you can just take your feet and legs wider apart. Hold your Sphinx pose for a moment. We're going to do some back strengthening with some lifting. So with Locust Pose, we're going to let go, maybe just hover your hands above and lift your legs up. You could also take your arms behind you if that feels better. Can you squeeze and breathe at the same time? Let's try it. Breathe in, breathe out, and then let yourself relax back down. You can even hold your hands, bring your hands wherever it feels good to you, and just rest for a moment. No wasted energy. Let your jaw release, eyes soften. Okay, let's do that again. Lifting on up. You can do your lower body or your front body alone, or you can do both sides. Arms can go forward, behind you, or just hover. Hold. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1, and release. If you were resting your head one direction, let's rest it the other direction, or you can just rest it straight forward. And third time's the charm. Feel how strong you are in your back body. Lift up, hover, or reach. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Push up to hands and knees. Drop your belly, lift your face for cow, and exhale round for cat. Hold your cat pose. In your cat pose, take your head right and left a few times. And then we'll come back onto the floor. This time, prop yourself up on your right elbow and right side body. The bottom shoulder will want to go forward, but don't let it. Really roll it back and keep the strength here. Yep. We're going to do a side plank on our elbow. So there's a few options. You can take the front leg. I think maybe we'll all start this way. Take the top leg, back behind you a second and just bend it and put your foot on the floor. And then lift your hips up. Keep pushing your foot and the side of your other leg down. If you want to go for it and do both legs can straighten on top of each other. Top arm can go up if you want. Keep the bottom shoulder rolling back. 3, 2, 1, lower. Roll to the other side. Feel your strength. So first we're just holding and getting our shoulder in line and pressing down. And then to start, if you want, your top leg can go back behind you and then lift your hips up. Sometimes they feel heavier than other days. And then if you can, stack both feet on top of each other, side plank on your elbow. Yes, good. 3, 2, 1, lower. Stay on this side. We're going to stretch the top of the quad muscle. So bend your leg, top leg, reach for your ankle. And just hold and breathe. Row your knee longer, like your bent knee is trying to reach the other foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep that going. And then we'll switch sides. You can roll to your front or however you want to get there. Bend your top leg, hold your ankle or the top of your foot. Lengthen your knee toward the other foot. Both shoulders rolling back. Heart is open. 3, 2, 1. Stretch one more time. And then let it go. Nice job. Back to your front. Up to Sphinx pose again. Bend your right leg. We'll just see about this. See if you can reach your opposite hand behind you to reach for your ankle or the top of your foot. If you can't reach, you could use a belt or a strap or something, or even like a towel or a t-shirt. If you can get it, push your foot into your hand now. So I'm pushing my foot like I'm trying to straighten my leg, and then I lift the knee. So push the foot into the hand and then lift the knee just a little bit. Okay, let me switch sides. Charlie horse. Sometimes I get a Charlie horse. Reach back. See if you can get it. Push your foot, lift your knee. Push your foot, lift your knee. This is a big back bend, not just a leg stretch too. Maybe you feel that. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice if one side's tighter than the other one. Good, and then push up to downward facing dog or child's pose, you pick. Counter pose after all those back bends. Find your breath again. That's your anchor for the class and for every day. Breathing in, breathing out, not trying to control the breath, just going with the breath. Noticing it. Once you are really good at noticing your natural breath, then you can try to control it more. Calming the nervous system whenever you want to, on demand. If you're in child's pose, come on up to downward facing dog. We're going to go into a pigeon pose. So lift your right leg up and bring your right knee up toward the front of your mat to the right side of your mat by your right wrist. The bottom leg on the front can be at any angle that feels okay to your knee. Hips are straight ahead and look back behind you, check your back leg, make sure it's not getting lazy. Keep hugging it to the middle. Heels should be pointing up, and then maybe come to your elbows. If not, just stay up. Just find what feels good to you and that you can keep your hips straight. That's good. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your attention to your right foot, the foot that's in front. Push your toes into the floor. Push the top of your foot into the floor to keep your knees safer. No wasted energy. Let your jaw release. Shoulders relax away from your ears. Bring your attention to your back foot now. If your foot is flat and your toenails and top of your foot are on the floor, tuck your toes under. If your toes are tucked under, flatten your foot so the top of your foot and toenails are on the floor, just so you have both experiences. And then you can choose what you like better. One more breath here. Feel your breath come in and say, breathe in. And when your breath goes out, say, breathe out. And then slowly untangle. Come on up. And then very gently bring your back leg back. Maybe shake it out of it. You can stay on your hands and knees or come up to down dog. Before we go to the other side, take a moment to feel that work you did on that leg. Just feel all that energy moving better. And we'll switch sides. So down dog, lift your left leg up, bring your left knee up toward your left wrist, straighten your hips out, square them up to the top of your mat, and then really get long through your torso as you come down onto your elbows or down lower, or you can keep up on your hands. Back leg, if it has a tendency to get lazy, if you tuck your toes under, it can't get lazy. It won't roll out. But you pick. You practiced on the other side. Now you pick on this side what you prefer. Neck is long, relaxed. Jaws released. No wasted energy there. Keep breathing. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then very carefully untangle. And then take your Front leg back, shake it out a bit. Maybe pedal up and down dog one more time. And now we're gonna do a twisted dog. So you're gonna take your feet a little closer. Reach your right hand back for your left ankle or leg, or if you can't reach, just reach toward that direction. No wasted energy here. Your left arm will want to buckle and to bend. So push more into your left hand. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your whole torso, and then maybe twist a little bit more underneath of your left arm. Good, let's switch sides. Left hand to right leg, and then turn. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep pushing your right arm strong and straight. And then lower to your hands and knees. Good work. We're going to come to seated now. Cross-legged. Any cross-legged position that feels good to you. And just sit for 5 breaths. So you'll sit up tall. Hands can be at your knees, or you can pinch your thumb and first finger together if that feels good. Look down, unfocus your eyes, or you can close your eyes. If you lost count of your breath, I have 2 more. Maybe you just follow mine. Otherwise, it's a good practice just to count your own breath. Sit up really tall on your next inhale. Round your back, tuck your chin under, and round, hold on to your legs and just give yourself kind of a rounded position, leaning back a bit. And then lift your body up and look up, lean back. And then just come to neutral. Left hand will go down onto the mat beside you. Right arm goes up. Stretch up long first through your whole right arm, and then lean over. Keep your torso just straight ahead for this one. And then lean back and look up. Keep your arm nice and steady, and now round forward and look down. And then let your arm reach back up and to the side. We'll switch sides. Feel all that good work you did on that side, and then we'll go for it. Lift up first, really long, and then over. Yep, just straight forward. And now look back, or lean back and look up. And then lean forward and look down. Stretch up again, inhale. Exhale back to center. Good job. Straighten your legs out straight in front of you. Flex and point a few times. Round your feet around, get your ankles warmed up. And then feet come together for seated butterfly. Scooch your buns back to get on your sit bones a little bit better. Sit up tall. And then just slowly bring your knees down with the strength of your legs. You're just letting them go down. Good. Press down through your sits bones to lift up a little bit more. Real tall posture. Looks good. Even lean back a little bit. Shoulders back, how we practiced earlier in class. Heart lifted. Big breath in and out. We're going to do wide-legged seated position for a moment. And we'll do one leg at a time. So your left leg can stay bent in, and then stretch your right leg out to the side. Again, kind of scoot your buns back. And keep your straight leg active. So your toes and your knee is pointing up. So it'll have a tendency to want to get lazy and fall inward, but keep it straight up. Okay. And then lean over, just torso straight ahead. Lean over toward the straight leg and reach for it. And then the other arm can go up. And then maybe lean over a little bit more. We won't go too far. As soon as you feel that tightness, just stop and breathe into it. Breathe in, breathe out. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Maybe even look down if that feels better. Stretch your arm up, inhale. And then switch legs. Keep your straight leg nice and active. Reach for it with the same side arm, and then other arm goes up and lean over. Just wherever you are is where you are. You might feel it in a totally different spot than somebody else. I can feel it on the back of my right knee. I didn't feel it on the other side. So just be in the habit of kind of feeling whatever you feel. Inhale back up and release. Now both legs. One. Push yourself forward to get up on your sits bones better. Now, don't feel bad if you only go about an inch forward. It's totally fine. So wherever you go is where you go. Stretch your arms up, take breath in. This helps to lengthen your whole torso and then lean forward. And hold the floor. And then once you are here and you find where your limit is, you just hold and breathe. Keep your feet nice and active to protect your knees, keeping your knees pointing up. Every breath in, get longer, and every breath out, lean forward. Every breath in, get taller. Every breath out, fold forward. And then walk your hands back. You might have to help your legs with your hands and bring them back in. Good. All right, and then let's come down onto the mat, onto our backs. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a nice hug. Maybe even rock side to side to get your low back a little bit of a massage. And then we'll do one gentle twist with legs bent. You can do any twist that feels the best to you, but knees in, both knees to the side, arms out to a T, palms face up if you can. Your left shoulder might not be on the floor, but you're pulling it that way very gently. Breathe in, breathe out. And then let's switch directions of your knees. So bring your legs back up. If you want to reset your low back in the middle before you go to the other side, that's good. Otherwise, just bring it over to the other side and arms go up. And then just notice, so maybe your right shoulder doesn't reach the floor as well as your left shoulder did. Doesn't matter. It's wherever you are, you're just breathing into that spot, gently guiding it down. Breathe in, breathe out, continue. On your next exhale, we'll release. Bring your knees back in, inhale. Rock side to side again, if that feels good to you. If there's any other pose you want to do before we go into relaxation, go for it. Otherwise, just let yourself go into relaxation pose, Shavasana. Let your legs flop out to the sides. Let your arms flop out to the sides, palms facing up. Now, do a reading for you. I'm going to get the lights off real quick. Make sure your body is comfortable. And your mind has a better chance of relaxing. Full breaths in. Complete breaths out. Let your jaw release. Let your body feel heavy. Back of your head, shoulders, hips, heels, your whole back body sinking toward the floor more. Your whole front body lifting, feeling lighter. You may notice that your positive mood today is based on your anticipation of good things to come. This optimism is likely to have you seeing and interpreting your world differently. Because your outlook is uplifted, any gloomy fog that may have shadowed recent moments burns off in the bright light of your joyful anticipation. You now can appreciate the lighter side of any situation and make kinder assumptions about the actions of those around you. Today, because you feel that the future is going your way, you are able to enjoy the present moment more fully as well. A feeling of hope is a powerful ray of light that illuminates our lives. It gives us the ability to see things around us more clearly, letting shades of doubt give way to the bright possibilities that lie behind everything. We can choose any moment to see the good around us, but it is easier to do when we have some definite positive thing to focus upon. This is a good thing to remember, as those moments when we are in a low or even neutral space, we can choose to focus on something good. We can remember to focus instead of on something positive to anchor us in the light and allow everything we do to be infused with this positive attitude. Today, we enjoy the wonderful experience of anticipation of good and the auxiliary joy that it brings. Continue to breathe in and breathe out, knowing that looking for the good is a practice. And the more we do it, the easier it becomes. Take a few more moments to yourself here, just enjoying the quiet. See if you can keep your attention only on your breath. It helps to keep yourself focused. Use that mantra. Breathe in, breathe out. Remain still, but bring your attention back. Just feeling your natural breath moving through you. On your next inhale, start to stretch your hands and feet out. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes.
And then any other stretches that feel good to you, maybe your wrists and your ankles, maybe a full body stretch. And then very, very slowly, keeping your nervous system calm, you can press yourself up to a seated position. And then let's end in with Anjali Mudra, so palms together at the heart center, the universal gesture of gratitude. Be grateful for yourself, be grateful for everyone around you that supports you in your yoga practice. And we will seal this with one Om. You can listen or you can join along. Om. To all of the light in all of us, we see it in each other. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.
That's where we go.
Thank you.